I'm going to be making a tea light holder house today. I'm going to be using the Resincrite from Jdiction. This is a water-based eco resin. It's mixed to a ratio of 3:1 by weight and demoldable in 30 minutes. So I'll just get some of this mixed up and then we can get started. I've mixed up the Resincrite and it's like a sort of batter-like consistency. So I'm going to do this in 3 different colours. I'm going to do the base in just plain. I think I'm going to do the main section of the house in blue and then the top section in like an orangey terracotta-y colour. So I'm just going to fill up this base section first, just with the plain white. Fill that one up. Right, I think that's enough of that one. I'm sure that needs to be poached through. That'd be okay. It's quite thin, so that'd be fine. Right, and then I'm going to do let's do this one next. So I'm going to pour some of this into a separate cup and then add some of the Resincrite pigment in blue to that. I only want it like a really light blue, so oops, maybe that'd be a bit darker than what I wanted, but it's okay. It dries lighter anyway, so that will be okay, I think. Oh yeah, that'd be fine. Just get that thoroughly mixed in. And then we're just going to pour this one straight into this part of the mould here. I'm just going to pour it really slowly and just let it find its own way down into the sides there and any details in this mould. So this top bit doesn't need anything on it either, so let's just get some of that off. Scoot that over onto the sides. That'll be okay. Right, I've made up way too much of that blue. Right, let's do the house top bit next. So I'm going to do this in, let's see what the orange comes out like. So I'm just going to do, let's do 2 drops of that into there and then get that mixed in. I think I want that to be a bit more deeper than that, so I'm going to add some of that Jdiction pigment in brown. Let's just add 1 drop of that into there. It doesn't want to come out, so let's put it on my spatula and then get that mixed in. And then we're just gonna, let's just move those out of the way, and then we're just gonna pour this one into the mould. Same again, just nice and slowly. It's going to make its way round that little stem bit in the middle. So just taking it nice and slowly and then fill this one up right to the top. I don't know what that is floating in there. Let's get that out. Right. Let's just top this one up. Actually, before I top it up, let's just give this one a bit of a bash. And I can see a couple of bubbles down in there. So let's get those out. It's a nice thing about clear mould, you can see where the bubbles are. Just tease that out. There he is. See if we've got any others. I think there's one there. Get that little devil out. Any more? Yes, we've got one round this side here, just here, look. So let's tease that one out. Come on, out you come. There he is. Right, I think that's all of them. So now I'm just going to top that up and we'll leave these to cure, and then I'll see you back for demould. These are all cured up now, so let's pop these out and see how they're looking. Let's get this one out first. Got that base. I think I do need that bit to stay on there actually. It's very thin though. I might have to put some UV resin on that just to make that a bit more stronger, or maybe just pour another one. I'll see. Right, let's get this one out next. Let's see. Oh no, that does need to come off that bit, so that's okay. Just put my mould back in the right way. So that's the house section. Beautiful. And then that will sit on top of there. Right, let's get its roof out next. I don't know how easy this one's going to be to come out. Let's just see if I can start it off. Right, let's just work my way around this outside edge first of all. Just folding that section over the top there. And then hopefully it should be all right after that. Oh, right. Just get that little chimney bit out. There we go. So we've got a hole that goes all the way through there. Let me just sort that mould out. It's better. And then that will sit on top like that. So that's how it's looking at the moment. So I'm just going to let this dry out overnight, and then we can add a bit more detail to that. These have all dried out now, and I did end up pouring another one of those. So next I want to add a bit of detail to this one. So I'm going to use some of these pens that I got from Temu. So I'm going to start off just by going around this bit here, this little stone area. So while I'm just doing this bit, I'll just mention that today's video is part of the Friendship Express train that's organised by myself and Susie from Serendipity Creations and Tina from Pour Resin with Love. So there will be a playlist in my description box, so feel free to check that out. Right, let's just carry on going down the edge of this one. So that's the doorway done. I think I'll go on the inside of this as well actually. So let's just colour that bit in as well. So that's that bit done. Next I'm going to go around this little window here. So just following that round on those raised areas. And the little section in the middle there. I think that would do for that one. And then where this sits on this one, I think I want to do the little step in this colour as well. So I think I'll take that there and there, and then colour that section in. And then I think I'll take it up that bit there as well and colour that in. These pens are quite good from Temu. I don't usually use pens much, but yeah, these are nice, they are. Right, and I think I'll do this front bit here as well. Colour that in. So that's the step bit done. So that will sit on there like that. Lovely. Right, so next let's do some more to this one. So for this one I want some flowers going around the bottom here. So I've got two different greens. I've got a forest green and a deep olive green. So I'm just going to, let's just get the lids off both of these. So I'm just going to do some sort of wispy grass areas and just alternate between the two different greens. Just add in some greenery in there. So I'll do this all the way around. So that's that done all the way around there. I've got some mucky bit on there. Doop. Never mind, it's at the back. Right, so that's that bit done. So now I'm just going to use the same greens going around this base section. So I'm just going to use these two greens again and just do some random patches going all the way around with both of these. So a bit of each green, and then just sort of blend them in if I can. So just go around the outside like that. So you don't need to see me doing this all the way around. So I'll do this and then I'll see you back for the next bit. So that's that bit all done, and I slipped going over with the green, so I've just gone around the top in the black. So that should match up nicely there with the grass on the side. Still want to do a bit more to that, but before I do that, let's just colour in this chimney. Let's use that cool grey for this. And I'm just going to go around the outside edges first. Actually, I don't need to do that first. I can just colour it in as I go, can't I? And then just fill in all of that bit. Let's get in there as well. So you don't need to see me doing this, do you? I'm just going to colour all this chimney bit in. So I'll do that and then I'll see you back for the next bit. So that's the chimney done. Lovely. Right, so finally for this bit here, I want to add some sort of flowers going round. So I'm going to be using, which one's this? This is pastel violet and deep violet. So I'm not going to be fancy about drawing flowers. I'm just going to do some dots to give the impression of flowers just here and there. So just add in a few little dots, and then we'll go in with some of the purple and put some dots in there for those as well. So I'll pop you on a quick fast forward, I think, while I do this bit.
Paddles dance in the summer breeze, colors blend under canopy trees, whispers of nature fill the air in a meadow without a care.
Right, so that's all my little flowers done around the outside. Looking lovely. So that will go on there like that. And then a little roof there. Oops, see if I can lift that all up. So that's how it's looking. So I'm just going to leave this for the pen to dry out, and then we can finish it off by sealing it. This is all dry now, so I'm going to seal it using my own homemade sealing wax. This is now available in my eBay store, and the link is in my description box if you'd like to give it a go. So I'm just going to rub this all the way around everywhere, inside and out. So just getting plenty of that on that and just rubbing that all in. So you don't need to see me doing this to all of this, do you? So I'm just going to rub it all over, and I'm also going to do the inside here, and I'll also do the inside and outside of the lid as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, look, not one bubble around the outside of that. That's good, isn't it? Right, so I'm just going to seal all of this and then leave it for a few minutes, buff it over using the other side of my cloth, give it a good buff. So I'll do that and then I'll see you back in a minute. This is all sealed now. I've got a nice sheen on that, looking lovely. So I just need to pop a little tea light in there, pop the little house together, pop its lid on, and then that's my little house tea light holder finished. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to check out the playlist for the friendship train, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors bright, crafting algae day and night, floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue, pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinket, shiny new, crafted just for me.